For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics, toys, games, and more in order to bring the fun and excitement of con life right to your screen. There's only one place to get your comics and collectibles and chat live with the greatest showman in modern comics. So bust out your keyboard and get ready to call it in! You're watching Kickin' It with Onrie, the live shopping show. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' It with Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Compan. It's great to be here with you guys on this wonderful evening. We got a slew of awesome comics for sale tonight. Also, if you are a dealer who is interested in buying in bulk, we got great deals tonight. And we have some new stuff for you guys as well. Lots of $2 comics and lots of markdown keys and grails, all kinds of fun stuff. And the deal is always the same. You spend $25 with me, you get to spin this awesome deal here. You're going to win something no matter what. You spend $50 with me, you get free shipping as long as you're located within the United States. I don't care how many books you buy. You can buy a big box full and I'll ship them out to you. No problem. I've done it for a ton of customers. What do we got in the house tonight? We got Philip Ragusa here. We got some people coming in. Looks like it's gonna take some time, but we'll get going regardless. If you guys see anything you want on the bottom rack here, let me know. You want to throw an offer out there, let me know as well. All this stuff needs to move, so I'm happy to strike a deal. The first book we have for sale tonight is Spawn number 312. What's really cool about this issue is if you see the skyline here of New York, all of the comic shops that have supported Spawn over the years, many of them have their names listed on here, which is really cool. And tonight we have Spawn number 312 going for just $5. $5 on Spawn number 312. The next book we got here is a new acquisition. We have Ghost Rider number 1 by Mark Silvestri. Silvestri did the cover, but Daniel Way and this is actually Texeria. Let's look at the artwork inside. I haven't actually read this issue of Ghost Rider, but looks like it says Texeria on it. So, Mark Texeria did the finishes on this, which is really crazy. The breakdowns were done by Javier Salteras, but this is a really nice Ghost Rider cover by Mark Silvestri. Daniel Way does the writing. Daniel Way has done a lot of different stuff. A lot of DC stuff, actually. He had a pretty big run on Wolverine Origins as well. I'm going to just look this up real quick. Mark Silvestri. Variant. So this is also a variant cover too. Find out exactly what it is real quick. Okay, so this is going for about $15 plus $10 shipping on eBay right now. We are going to do this at, I'll just keep it at $15. $15 on Ghost Rider number 1. Again, you hit $50 with me, and that's free shipping on your order. So this is a Mark Silvestri variant cover. Mark Texeria does the finishes on this, which is really cool. So you got a whole book with Mark Texeria finishes on it. And from what I understand, he doesn't really do a lot of interiors. He mostly does like covers and stuff like that. So seeing that level of detail in the interiors is really cool. And it's a number 1, so you can jump on here. I don't think this is a key issue other than the fact that it is a variant. But the Mark Silvestri variants of Ghost Rider typically go for pretty big money. So $15, this is yours. The next book we got here is Ultimate Invasion number 1, and it's a really, really cool Miles Morales variant here. I have 2 of these. I got one for sale right now. This is going to go for $15. Ultimate Invasion kicks off what Jonathan Hickman has planned for the Ultimate Universe. He recently finished up a massive X-Men run where he had X-Men establish their own government and country called Krakoa. and that arc ended, and now he's returning to the Ultimate Universe, which I believe he had a small stint in during its expansive period. They did a whole bunch of stuff. The idea of the Ultimate Universe, for anyone who's not familiar, is what if the Marvel characters existed in today's world as opposed to, you know, the continuity of when they were originally created in the 60s. Like, what if Spider-Man started becoming Spider-Man in the year 2000, not in 1960? So it's kind of like an alternate universe kind of a thing. And it was in this universe that a lot of major things happened, and a lot of major characters were introduced that became canon in the Marvel universe because of their popularity. And one of those characters was Miles Morales. Another one was the alternative Reed Richards, the Maker. And so what this run is about really is the Maker, who's been incarcerated. He breaks free from his incarceration and goes off to start his own new timeline. And Miles Morales really doesn't have a really big presence in this series, but the Maker does invite him to join, and Miles is like, hell nah! And that's like the end of it. But this is a really cool variant. The series is great. I have the full run for anybody who's interested. This is going to go for $15 tonight. K-John, what's up, man? Good to see you. Keith, I got you on Ghost Rider. Thanks for being here tonight. I hope you guys are having a really wonderful start to your week. Keith, we got you. All right. Next book we got here. I really enjoyed this. I bought this originally for my personal collection. I read it, and then I'm like, you know what? I think this needs to go back out into the wild. It is Legends of the Dark Knight number 50. And what makes this issue so special is, aside from the fact that it's a milestone issue, it is really beautifully illustrated as a retelling of Batman's first encounter with the Joker. And the Joker is drawn very much like the actor who played the main character in The Man Who Laughs, which inspired the original, which inspired the look and feel of the Joker. And it's a really interesting take on the first interaction between Batman and Joker. This cat is not just like something that Brian Bolland put on the cover for the sake of it. It actually is worked into the story, and it's pretty messed up what the Joker does with this cat. Overall, I really enjoyed this. It's a really great one-shot story, so you don't need to it's not something you have to go back and collect all the other issues for. That's what I like about Legends of the Dark Knight. There are a lot of really short runs that go anywhere from 1 to 5 issues, and you can pick it up at any point because it's Batman, and they've been doing this for a long time, and it's fantastic. I loved Legends of the Dark Knight. It's a great series. I'm actually got a couple issues that I'm going to be reading tonight, issues 69 and 70, which I didn't know this, but Mike Zeck actually came on and drew them. I have them right over here. This Legends 50 is going to go for $15 for anyone who's interested. Sorry, guys. I accidentally kicked out the internet. Sorry about that. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, Legends of the Dark Knight number 70, this was actually illustrated by Mike Zeck, and I didn't realize it's a two-parter. It's a two-part series done by Mike Zeck, and I'm going to be reading this tonight. So I'm a big fan of Legends of the Dark Knight. You can grab issue 50 for $15, $15 on that. There. And all my excitement, I destroyed the internet. All right. I have Punchline number 1. I believe this is the first ongoing after the Joker War. Punchline stands alone. So we have Punchline number 1. This is going to go for just $5 tonight for Punchline number 1. Nice clean copy. I just picked this up from North Shore Comics last week. It was a FOMO book for a show I did with Jen King on Friday. We kind of picked this. We found this one slot on the network that hasn't really been utilized, and we decided to do a joint show. And now me, her, and Dash are kind of like trying to figure out what to do with this slot. How can we make use of this time? And so we're thinking about rotating, and I might do a fourth show during the winter season. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, these were all the FOMO books from that Friday show. So if anybody's interested, just go ahead and call them out. Next book we got here is Just Imagine Stan Lee's Wonder Woman. This is another one of those FOMO books. So in 2000, early 2000, Stan Lee went over to DC, and he decided to come up with his own iteration of all the DC characters. And the idea was, just imagine if Stan Lee redesigned all of the DC universe. And he did a really great job with Batman. His vision of Batman was really cool. And it was all great. So this is Just Imagine Wonder Woman, which is actually Stan Lee and Jim Lee, coming together. Was there a relation between Stan Lee and Jim Lee? I don't really know. Actually, that was stupid. I'm sorry I said that. I'm going to go sit in the corner once the show is done. As you guys know, I've been doing this for too long, so I'm allowed to have a little dunce here and there. You guys want to meet my friend Emerson? Emerson, great deals. So here's some Jim Lee art on Just Imagine Stan Lee's Wonder Woman. I'm doing this for a killer price tonight. Michael Uslan also worked on this too. This is the guy who brought us the 80s Batman movie. He was the executive producer on it. He was also the executive producer on every Batman movie since, including the Dark Knight trilogy and the Joker, everything. A really wonderful guy. It's actually thanks to him that the Yi Sun-shin series was adapted in Korea. So he connected us with the right people to make that happen. Really awesome guy. Anyway, we got Stan Lee's Just Imagine Wonder Woman going for $5, illustrated by Jim Lee. That is a rare team up, by the way. Stan Lee didn't really write a lot of comics, in this time period. So this is a kind of a cool thing to have here. If you're a crybaby, please go watch an episode of Iron Fist with Finn Jones. And if you're Finn Jones, go watch The Flash. And if you're the Flash, you have every right to cry. You have every right to listen to the song The Crying Game. I know all there is to know about the crying game. Because, that's how I would feel if I was the Flash watching the Ezra Miller Flash movie. I'd feel violated. Wouldn't you feel violated? If you had like the worst actor in the world portraying you in a movie. Not worst actor. He's not the worst actor. He's actually really good. Because, he really brings the Flash to some kind of existence. But it's like, imagine if you had somebody you really didn't like playing you in a role in a movie, Like, for me, it'd be like Michael Cera. Like, what if Michael Cera was cast as me in a movie? Like, that would be not cool. He's a great actor, but he just wouldn't be able to pull off the laughter in my eyes and the joy in my heart, Just a little wiener. Can't do nothing. All right, well, anyway, you can't be me. All right, we got Red Sonja, number 2 from Marvel, when Marvel was publishing Red Sonja. Red Sonja, back in the day. This is going to go for $4 for Red Sonja. Number 2, the She-Devil with the Sword. I have Commandy number 26. Commandy number 26 is also going to go for $4. Just $4 on Commandy number 26. I have Rorschach number 5. This is a variant edition by Bill Sienkiewicz, and I believe it's Dennis Cowan. This is going to go for $4 as well. So $4 on that. Okay, Keith is taking Red Sonja. Keith, you are $6 away from a spin, sir. This is my first cup of coffee today. No joke. Been up all day. And by the way, if you guys are squared up with me, I have shipped out your orders. So there are a lot of great comics coming your way. Feel free to start a new box. You should have your stuff within a couple of days. I have Lady Pendragon, Dragon Blade #1. This is going to go for $4 as well. I have Captain America #3. This is from Rob Liefeld's run. If you thought Cap's pecs and abs and sack were kind of like, a little too much to take in that first issue cover, just wait until you see Crossbones. Crossbones is that version of Captain America on steroids. And we got this issue here going for just $4. Captain America #3 is $4. Yeah, so speaking of Warline t-shirts, Warline t-shirts are being done now. So I just heard back from from my t-shirt guy. So he's getting that done this week. So as soon as I have that, we're good to go. I'll be able to finish up the rest of fulfillment. So we got that. And what else did we have? I also got the original art from Dexter today, which is really awesome. I should showcase this stuff, but Dexter did a really great job of shipping this stuff. So we got all the original art. So if you are waiting on me for that, that's coming as well. Something I'm trying to work on right now, the Eastern Shin Warrior and Defender graphic novel is about to go out of print, and I don't have enough copies to last me for that many conventions going forward. So I'm kind of in a bind because to get these books reprinted is a large sum of money. And if I were to go to Kickstarter, I would need to raise a really large sum of money. We're talking like $10,000 just to get the books printed and brought over here. I'm thinking about doing a run of about 3,000 units. We've sold over 9,000 copies of this book. So it'll be kind of cool to have a trade that will have sold 12,000 copies once we sell through all that. And the Fallen Avenger graphic novel is not far away. We're going to add some content to it. So the new Warrior and Defender graphic novel is going to feature all the updated files that were adjusted in our reprints of the single issues. It's also going to have an interview with Chuck Pino, our new editor. So you might get like a sneak peek of some of the stuff we're working on in Hunter and Destroyer 3. And we're also going to give it a semi-gloss finish on the cover. So we're going to do some cool stuff there just to make it pop more, give it a little bit more of a little more pizzazz. And so it's not the same. It's the same book, but with a remastered version of it. So I'm looking forward to bringing that to you guys. And that's kind of the challenge is like we got that book and then we have Hunter and Destroyer 3 coming. And I don't want to overwhelm everybody, especially around the holidays. So it's one of those things where I'm kind of trying to see if I can find a solution right now of can I get those books now so that I can do a Kickstarter later and then, kind of bake it in with the Hunter and Destroyer 3 campaign as well. So we'll see what happens. I'll be working on it either way. And we'll have Warline t-shirts for sale probably sometime this week. So I'm looking forward to getting that to you guys. No, I didn't see the news about Lady Pendragon. What's up? Captain America 3 gets called by Philip. Thank you, Philip. What is the news with Lady Pendragon? All right, next book we have here is Naomi, Season 2, number 1 of 6. This is a limited series by Brian Michael Bendis. This is a character I believe he created for DC. And we have this Naomi Season 2, number 1. I'm going to do this for just $5 today, which is $1 over the cover price. $5 on this. And then I got Sensational She-Hulk #1. This is the Art Germ variant. Really beautiful cover here. This is going to go for $10 today. $10. I have 2 of these. This is my last copy. One of them already sold. This is going to go for $10. For the last copy I have of Sensational She-Hulk #1 Art Germ variant. And then we have Carnage Black, White, and Blood #1. This is another variant. Really cool cover here. I believe there are 3 short stories in here. I actually read this, and it's, different takes on Carnage, different short stories and things like that that are around the character. And they don't all conclude. They're kind of like all beginning. So it's like, here's part 1 of that story, and then here's part 1 of the second story, and part 1 of the third story. It's all in this book. The cover is done by Ryan Otley. This is going to go for $5. All right. Keith calls Carnage. You are $1 away from a spin, sir. Okay. All right. So what do we got left? I'm going to lump some of these books here. Okay, so we got $75 worth of books on the bottom rack here. If someone were to claim them all right now, I'd do it all for $50. Save you $25, and I'll give you free shipping on it as well. I'll add some books here in just a moment, but if you guys want all of these books, it's $50. All right, next up, I got Heroes Reborn: The Return #1, #2, #3, and #4. I will do this whole set for $15 or best offer. This needs to move, so I'll take a best offer on this. I've been pitching that for a long time. If you're looking for it, I got the full run. It's done by Salvador LaRocca, who does the artwork, and Peter David on the writing. You can't go wrong with this. Salvador LaRocca is a really great artist, and you got him and Peter David, a really great writer, tackling the return of the heroes. All right, Heroes Returns goes to Philip. 15. Thank you, Philip. Enjoy. Okay, next up we have Mary Jane by Sean McKeever and Miyazawa. I don't know who this artist is, but obviously Japanese, maybe Asian. I'm canceling myself, aren't I? With my assumptions. This is Mary Jane #2. We got #3. And we have #4. So this is a 4-issue series, I believe. We got all 4 books here. I am doing this tonight for just $10. $10 for this entire run. Nice and easy. It's got to move. I got it here. I've pitched it a bunch of times. If we can move this stuff, then I can go out and buy more. The next run we have here is Logan's Run. It's not just any run. It's Logan's Run. We have Logan's Run #1, #2, #3, #4, and #5. I am going to do all of this today for $20. $20 on Logan's Run #1 through 5. This is all done by David Anthony Kraft, who was my co-writer on East and Shin, and also my mentor, and George Perez. The two of them were quite a pair back in the day. So $20 for the Logan's Run comic. This is based off of the movie. And we're doing the whole run here for $20. That's a really good deal, considering that issue 1 itself is like a $15 book. You get the other issues as well, and you get it all for $20. It's a really great deal. Tori, I look forward to seeing you in a month in Motor City. I'm really looking forward to coming back to that show. I had a really great time this year, and this will be my first year coming there with Hunter and Destroyer 2 and with Warline, so I'm excited about that. All right. Logan's Run is off to Keith. Keith for the win. Okay. Keith, you get a spin on the wheel. The wheel of Skid Bar.
It's time to spin the wheel of Skid Bar.
Keith, I'm ready to spin the wheel for you. I was going to be at Twin Cities this year. I have a booth over there. Unfortunately, I also bought a booth at Grand Rapids Comic Con. And so what ended up happening with Twin Cities is I worked it out with them to where they'll allow me to come back the following year. So I'll be back in 2024 for sure. But this year I got to go to Grand Rapids. And the reason why I decided to go to Grand Rapids is I wasn't there last year, and it's a shorter drive for me. It's about a 3.5-hour drive versus Twin Cities, which is about 5. But I'll be back there next year for sure. I had a really great time out there last year too. It'll be great to take a year off, come back. That was a spectacular show. I absolutely love Twin Cities Comic Con. Let's spin that wheel for you, brother. I promise you I'll be back over there. All right, you get a free DC book, and I got the perfect one for you. We have DC Connect from December 2023, written by Tom Taylor and art by Ivan Reese. This is for you, sir. Yeah, I can also, just so you know, if you want to buy Warline right now, right here, I have it. In fact, I have variants as well that I don't typically sell at conventions. So if I do, I only bring just a few, and I never pitch it. I just kind of let it sit there. But I have this foil variant of Warline #1, which is going to go for $20. Or you could buy the first issue right here, right now for $10. And I'll sign it for you on the air, and you can have Warline #1. For those of you who are interested, Warline is about an old vigilante and his daughter going after the tyrant that destroyed their lives and now controls their city. And it is my newest comic series. We have issue 2, and that's coming close to finishing up development now. We will have issue 2 out next year for sure. So Keith, that's something you can look forward to next year. Not only will I be back with Warline 1, but I will have issue 2 out. So you'll be able to pick up new stuff. And hopefully we'll have Hunter and Destroyer 3 done by then too. Joe, it's great to see you too. Oh, okay, you're waiting on the t-shirt. Okay, cool. All right. In that case, just hang tight. I'll have your stuff out to you this week. My bad. I didn't know. I thought you were looking to buy it. I figured that might be the case, but yeah. I suck, I know. All right, I'm going to put some books up on that bottom rack here. Just give me a second to dig through and find some stuff that I think you guys would like. Let's see. Cut that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. And then I have one more room here. I got a few. All right, hang on just a second, guys. One way or another, I'm gonna get you. All right. I don't know why that song's stuck in my head, but it is. All right. Oh, and I need one more. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I'll do this one too because I need to move it. All right. I have Battle Chasers #1 by Joe Madeira. This is the wraparound cover here. This is going to go for $15. I have Batman Spawn. This just came out at the end of 2022. Art by Greg Capullo, story by Todd McFarlane. Really great stuff. This is going to go for $8 today. And then I have Witchblade Wolverine #1. That's going to go for $5. Any old DC or Marvel trades? Yes, Philip Ragusa. I do have something I can show you. Just a few things I can show you. Just a second. Seem to be more into trade, so I will show you the Marvel ones that I have in stock here. I mean, we got a whole ton more on our web store on eBay, so feel free to check that out anytime. And just a second here. Keith, I found another Ghost Rider here with a Mark Silvestri cover. It's a two-parter, so this is the first part of it. This is 28. The 29 has the Silvestri cover as well. This one's going to go for 15 as well. For Ghost Rider 28, that's another Mark Silvestri variant that I have. Philip Ragusa, you were asking me for old Marvel trades. I happen to have the Aladdin Effect. I'm going to do that for $10. And then I have this Marvel Comics Presents run here. This is issues 62 through 71, written by Dwight Zimmerman and Howard Mackey, and illustrated by Mark Texiera and Paul Ryan. This is going to go for $10 as well. I have this hardcover of Daredevil, Parts of a Whole. This is the first appearance of Echo. Like, this is a collection of that. That one's going to go for $15. It's a hardcover bound book, written by David Mack, illustrated by Joe Quesada. Really cool stuff. I actually got to talk to David Mack about that at DragonCon this year. Okay, so next run here. I want to tell you guys about when we move Mary Jane over. I have Ultimates 3, which is written by Jeff Loeb and illustrated by Joe Madeira, creator of Battle Chasers, right over here. So they did an Ultimates run together. I believe it was 5 issues. So we got issues 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The entire 5-issue run here that's going to go for $15 on the Ultimates 3 run right here. And to go with that, we have Ultimate Invasion, the story I was telling you about over here. Hang on just a second, guys. I'm sorry. Hello? Oh. Yeah, sorry. Now's not a good time. Let me call you guys tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'm working right now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry, guys. I thought there was something more pressing. I apologize for that. All right. You want the Wolverine trade? I got you on the Wolverine trade. And Philip wants a spin on the wheel. Gotcha. Let me get you a spin on the wheel, sir. You also get a free DC book. Now, let's see, what can I give you? Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duel, Part 1. There you go. By Mark Silvestri. Look at that. All right. So I was telling you guys about the Ultimate Invasion. We have the full single issue run. Issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. The entire run here. This is an interesting, an important run of books. Issue 4 is actually a key book because it is the first appearance of an important character here. I have repriced this. We're going to do this at $25. So $25 for Ultimate Invasion 1 through 4. This is going to be pivotal stuff to what Jonathan Hickman is doing right now in the Marvel comics universe, I guess. So pay attention. This is good stuff. On top of the fact that it's important stuff, it's really great stuff. I suppose that's what makes it important. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to start busting out those $2 comics. So let's build some bundles for you guys. All right, let's see what we got here. We're going to start tonight off with some stuff that I dug up from the warehouse. I have Superior Spider-Man number 4 going for $2. G.I. Joe Special Missions number 12 is $2. Young Blood number 1 is $2. Number 2 is $2. We have Herc number 1 going for $2. And number 2 going for $2. So Herc 1 and 2 is $4. Punisher Warzone by Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon. This is a 6-parter here. This is the return of Gnocchi. So we got number 1, 2, and 3. She seemingly died in the original 12-issue series, Welcome Back, Frank. But then she comes back. This is actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. You got first 3 parts here going for $6, which is a hell of a deal for these books. It's a fun book. I haven't read it. Is that Grip Pack? Fred Van Lente. It looks cool. Like that first issue cover. He's like, in a Spartan fighting stance. Makes sense. Since he is Hercules. My name is Arnold Braunschweiger, and I played Hercules. All right, I got Rom Space Knight number 3 and number 4. Some early Rom Space Knight here. Grab the pair for $4. That's it. $4 gets you both of these books. I showcased these like a week ago. No one was watching or no one was calling anything. I don't know how you can miss up on such a great deal. These 2 books for $4. Good luck finding that anywhere else. And they're all mid-grade books here. I mean, these are not like in bad condition in any, at all. I have Punisher War Journal number 1. That's $2. Sabretooth number 1. Number 2. Some more tech serious stuff here. Number 3. It's a 4-issue series. We got the first 3 parts going for $6. Silver Surfer 88 is $2. And it looks like we have an extended run on Superior Spider-Man. So they just brought back Superior Spider-Man. The idea of Superior Spider-Man is Dr. Octopus taking over Peter Parker's body and becoming a better version of Peter Parker. That's why he's called Superior Spider-Man. So we have issues 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you want to buy the full run here, that is $8. And then we have this extra copy of issue 4, which is just $2. You can get it all for $10 or this set for $8. Silver Surfer is off to Keith. I have Silver Sable and the Wild Pack number 1. We got a cool foil embossed cover here going for just $2. I have a nice Fantastic Four run here. Fantastic Four 334, 335, 336, 337, and 338. Who did this? Does this say Jim Starlin? Who did this? No, it's Simonson. Oh my gosh. Writing and art. So Walter Simonson did the writing and the art for this. It's really cool. Huh. So we got 334, 335, 336, 337, 338. I'll do this 5-issue run for $10 for Fantastic Four. Now, this is a series here, Fantastic Four, that a lot of people are kind of glossing over right now, and they're kind of like, I see this book in dollar bins everywhere. In fact, back at the warehouse, I got about 2 long boxes full of Fantastic Four books, stretching all the way back to mid-100 issues. And I got it in the mid-100s. This is a series where a lot of major things in the Marvel universe occur. But not only that, it's just some damn good stuff. Like, I'm putting together an entire Byrne run right now. I really love John Byrne's artwork and his storytelling. And I'm putting together like a full run of everything he did on Fantastic Four, which I think is like 60 plus issues. So far I have like a good chunk of it. And Jim Salicrup, one of my very good friends, he edited those first issues. So Fantastic Four is not a series to scoff at. You got Walt Simonson on it, and he's a wonderful storyteller. He had a really great Thor run, so definitely check that out. Joe Ball, what's up, man? How you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, I need to read it. I have so much Fantastic Four stuff to read. So here's what's on my reading pile tonight, Tori. I remember you were telling me I needed to read that Aladdin Effect, but what I'm currently reading is Wolverine: The Jungle Adventures by Walt Simonson and Mike Mignola. So I'm enjoying that. I finished up Daredevil 165 yesterday, which was Daredevil fighting Doc Ock, Klaus Jensen on inks, and Frank Miller on the art, and that was great. I really loved it. And then once I get through that, I'm going to read this Legends of the Dark Knight 69 and 70 that was done by Stephen Grant and Mike Zeck. I'm a big Mike Zeck fan, for those of you guys who don't know. One of my favorite artists. If it wasn't for Mike Zeck, I may not even be in comics, because it was his striking cover art on Web of Spider-Man 32 that got me into this business. And speaking of which, that was a run that I had signed by every single collaborator. J.M. DeMatteis, Jim Salicrup, Mike Zeck, Rick Parker, the letterer. I had everybody sign this thing, and I sold it off. I had to in order to get the business started. Now that things are going well, maybe it's time for me to collect it again. So that might be something I'm on the hunt for as I continue my journeys through comic book hunting in the wild. I have Wolverine and the X-Men number 19 and number 20. We're going to do the pair today for $4. 19 and 20 are going to go for just $4. I'm really expanding my personal collection right now. I've added a lot of books to it, and some stuff I buy because I'm interested in keeping it. Other stuff I buy because I just want to read it and then resell it. A lot of stuff I've been picking up too, just kind of paying attention to what you guys are reading. So I'll read that stuff too, so that I have more of a knowledge base of what your interests are, so I can shop for you guys and help you find what you're looking for. You never know what you're looking for when you're dollar bin diving until you find it. Oh, you're reading the first trade of the Marvels. Is that that 4-issue series that was done by Busick and Ross, or is it the Marvels? Which Marvels trade are we talking here? I have Superman, Batman number 18, number 19, number 20, and number 21. This is such a fun series. Jeff Loeb collaborating with some of the best artists in comics. Carlos Pacheco is no longer with us. He did an issue. This is a great issue. He did a bunch. Ian Churchill on this one. You got Ed McGuinness on these two. Ed McGuinness and Jeff Loeb were the ones who initially launched this run. And it's great Batman and Superman stories of them teaming up. Get this set for $8. You can't go wrong with this. They built up to some really good stuff here. New Titans, number 59, number 68. Really awesome Joker cover. Look at that Joker cover. That is a badass Joker cover. Oh, Kurt Busiek from 2022. Huh. 81, 82, and 83. This is from the New Titans. New Titans. We have, once again, that's 59, 68, 81, 82, and 83. You can grab them all right now for just $10. $10 for this entire run. And then we have Dragon Age number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. This is going to go for $2. Shirtless Bear Fighter 2 number 2 is $2. Number 4 is $2. So you can get the pair for $4. Here's another series that was great fun. Strange. We have issue number 8 of Strange. This is a 10-issue series where Clea Strange becomes the new Sorcerer Supreme, and she decides to go on a quest to bring her husband back from the clutches of death, and she becomes the warlord of New York. She declares herself the warlord of New York. It's such a great run. $2 on this. Jed McKay wrote it. He's the current writer on Doctor Strange, and it's phenomenal stuff. Dragon Age is off to Keith. Nice claim there, Keith. Carnage number 5 is going to go for $2 for anybody who's interested. We have Batman Beyond Neo Year number 3 and number 5. That set is going to go for $4. Everybody keeps overlooking Batman Beyond. Lately, I've been having people start paying attention, but this is some good stuff. And it's variants, such a badass variant too. Both are done by Christian Ward, who recently launched his own Batman series. I haven't read it yet, but I did see it. He has a very unique art style. Very surreal. It's good stuff. Get these 2 books for $4. Anywhere else you see those books, you're going to pay cover price or more, especially since they're variants. We have Ant-Man number 2, another variant here, and number 3. This is really cool. We're going to do this for $4. All right. Okay, now we're going to dig through some stuff that I've had here for a while now. This is all books that came from our good friends over at Beyond Tomorrow Comics, which is out in Palatine, Illinois. They have a great dollar bin that I've been hitting up and just some incredible deals. They also stock heavy on indie, so it's a great store to come in and buy indie books. They're phenomenal. I really, really love Beyond Tomorrow Comics. They took such good care of me because they know what I'm doing for you guys. They hooked me up with these comics that are like free, that they get for free, and they just said, "Here, give this away to your fans." So that's really cool that they're cool with that. So anytime you guys get a spin on the wheel, I will hook you up. And I'm always going to visit comic shops that respect what we do and help us sell more comics, because that gives us the power to go in and buy more. A lot of people who are in this business, they typically tend to buy lots because they want to have a big, huge collection. I have a warehouse with a big, huge collection in it already, and I don't have the time to sort through it. And in order to keep this industry alive and strong, I feel like it's best to go and support comic shops. So I typically go to visit 3 to 5 comic shops a week within the local area. And I spend a lot of money with every single one of them, bulking up on my personal collection as well as stuff that I'm selling for you guys. So, supporting your local comic shop is very important, especially these days with the way things are going. People tend to have these big pull lists and they don't go in and buy their comics. So, obviously going in and supporting comic shops by helping them with anything, any back stock that they have, any stuff that they just can't sell or whatever, it helps me and it helps them. So I'm all for that. A rising tide raises all ships. And believe me, the comic shops that I've been around, they hook me up with really good deals, which allows me to give you guys really good deals. So it's a really wonderful and beautiful thing. We got this really cool variant of Action Comics number 1047. This variant cover is done by Nathan Zeroy. This is going to go for just $2. $2 on this. Amazing Spider-Man number 20. This is Legacy number 914. That's going to go for $2. This is the Incredible Hulk. No, sorry. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 21, but it's a Disney Goofy variant going for $2. And number 22. So you got a 3-issue arc here. If you're reading the current Amazing Spider-Man run, which I am, it kicks off with you discovering that something happened 6 months ago that completely changed everything for Peter and Mary Jane. In fact, it is so peculiar how much things have changed that you discover soon that not only is Mary Jane with somebody else, she's married to someone else, but she's got kids with this person, and these kids are like 4 or 5 years old, and it's crazy. So here's Peter still being where he's at, and his love is now married to someone else with 2 kids. How did this happen? We slowly find this out over time. At this point in the series, in the run, we don't know what's going on. But Spider-Man's in a pretty dark place, and he's been pretty screwed over. This is a pretty emotionally difficult run, in all honesty. Like, they did do some stupid stuff with Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel. Sorry, I say stupid because it just was so out of the blue. But they killed her off in that series when it was heavily alluded that Mary Jane was the one who might be killed off. And They just wrapped up a run called Craven's First Hunt, which was really cool. And all of this stuff is pivotal. All these issues are pivotal. And what's really cool is this one is done by Joe Kelly. This run is done by Joe Kelly and Terry Dodson. And the covers are still done by John Romita Jr. So you can grab all three of these for just $6. Yes, it is. Citrus, is it Citrusil? Right. Citrusoy. Sorry about that. Yes, it is. We have it right here. It's going for $15. This is a Mark Silvestri variant. It's going for $15. All right. I have West of Sundown, which is a really cool vampire series from Vault Comics written by my man, Tim Seeley, and Jim Terry, who's on the art. These guys are a pair. And Jim Campbell, who does lettering, really talented letterer. We got issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. First 4 issues of this series going for just, you guessed it, $8, because these are all $2. I have Shaolin Cowboy, Cruel to Be Kin. I love this series. We got number 1. Here's another variant. This one's done by Stan Sakai. We have number 2. Number 3, look at the detail on this 3rd issue cover. I love Jeff Darrow's artwork. That guy's my hero. I love him. And number 6. If you grab all the covers, including that Stan Sakai cover, it's going to be $10 for all of them. Otherwise, it's just $8 if you want the run. You can pick out the cover you want. Highly recommend getting Shaolin Cowboy Cruel to Be Kin. Doesn't really have a story that you need to necessarily like have followed. It kind of like just picks up. It's very comical. It's very silly. Kind of reminds me of like RoboCop in a lot of ways. And it's ultra violent, but it's also a lot of fun. It's good stuff. Highly recommend it. Batman Fortress number 3. That's going to go for $2. I'm actually watching RoboCop 2 with Max right now. We're about halfway through it, and we just got through the part where Frank Miller shows up. He's a drug maker, drug producer, and he gets blown up in this van. He actually wrote the script to the movie, I believe. So that's really cool. I really like RoboCop 2. So it's a fun movie. All right, next series we have here is Defenders Beyond number 1. So this heavily draws influence on the Beyonder. We have number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. We're going to do all of this for $10. You know, I'm really interested to understand something. There's a lot of influence in the Beyonders design that relates to Jim Shooter, who was the Marvel editor-in-chief who not only wrote the series but created this character. I wonder how much of himself he saw in the Beyonder. And I wonder what his whole approach to this character was. I'd be interested to ask him that if I see him at a convention again. He typically comes to a lot of shows that I go to, so I should ask him. DC versus Vampires All Out War number 3. This is a variant cover by Lyrics. This is going to go for $2. I have Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 8, number 12, and number 13. This is all going to go for $6. And by the way, we have a full rack here, and this rack needs to go, guys. I don't think I have anything here I want to really, well, let me build it out. I might take some stuff off of here for Max to list. I think I should do that first. I have Catwoman 45 and Catwoman 50, which has a Stepan Sijak cover. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's going to go for $2. This is definitely going to go on eBay if no one claims it. Get those 2 Catwomans for $4. I have Apache Delivery Service number 1 and number 2. That's going to go for $4. A Calculated Man number 1 from Aftershock. That's $2. Batman Beyond number 3. That's $2. Army of Darkness versus the Reanimator. This is going to go for $2. I have Alice in Leatherland number 5. That's going to go for $2. I have Eve of Judgment number 1, $2. The Eternals number 1 is $2. This is an Avengers X-Men Eternals crossover. Death to the Mutants, that's going to go for $2. Star Fox is $2. And then we have The Avengers. This is also going to go for $2. If you grab the whole set of these, that'll be $10 on all these. Army of Darkness is one. Killing Red Sonja number 2. This is a Batman Spawn tribute cover. The Frank Miller, Todd McFarlane one. That's going to go for $2. Batman versus Bigby, A Wolf in Gotham, book 1. That's going to go for $2. I have Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, Halicon Legacy number 4. That's going to go for $2. I have the Human Target number 2. This is a Pennyworth Games variant cover. That's going to go for $2. And I have issue number 10. That's also going to go for just $2. This is just the regular standard cover. Get them both for $4. $4. Han Solo and Chewbacca number 2. That's $2. Namor the Submariner Conquered Shores Part 1 variant cover going for $2. And then we have number 2. That's also going for $2. Get them both for $4. No One Left to Fight issue 1. That's going to go for $2. I have Moon Knight number 18. That's going to go for $2. Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur number 2. And number 3. And number 4 are going to go for $6. $6. Jacob, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. Doing $2 comics right now. Feel free to check out what we got. I have Batman the Knight, number 4 of 10. I have this variant cover done by Riccardo Federici. That's going to go for $2. I have number 8 of 10. Grab them all. It's $6. Hellboy, the Silver Lantern Club, number 3. That's $2. Gambit number 1 by Chris Claremont. Number 2, number 3. Get all 3 for $6. All 3 for $6. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're doing well. I have Bloodborne number 4. That's going for $2. From Boom Studios, we have Good Luck number 1 and Good Luck number 2. Get them both for $4. Okay, I hear you, man. Good to see you. I have Earth Prime Stargirl number 4. This is a variant cover by Matt Sales. This is going to go for $2. Rise of Dracula number 4 is $2. And here's the deal. I'm going to take a couple of these books down and start building a list of stuff for Max to put up on eBay. I'm going to start off with these. And let's see. Take this, 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 that, and the other thing. What else can I list up there? I'll take those Christian ones too. Okay, stuff for Max to list. You guys can claim this still for $2. If no one claims these books, though, they're going off to the eBay pile, and they will be listed online for a much higher price. And mark my words, they will sell at those higher prices. All right, we're going to start off with ROM Space Knight number 3. I'm telling you right now, no one buys this at $2. I'll throw it up for $5, and it'll sell. Same thing with this issue 4. I'll put it up for $5. Right now you can get it for $2. I own both of these books for $4. You snooze, you lose. That's how this works. I got the Shaolin Cowboy Stan Sakai cover. I'm going to list that too. I'm sure I could get $5 on that. Stan is a very popular artist. Batman Fortress 3. It's a $5 book all day. Variant cover by Miko Suan and Romulo Fajardo Jr. I could get $5 on this all day. $2 right now, $5 later. Action Comics 1047 by Nathan Zaroy. This is $2 now, $5 as soon as it goes up online. DC versus Vampires All Out War. We got a cover by Lyrics. That's going to go for $2 now, $5 later. Catwoman 50, Stepan Sijak cover. This is going to go for $2 now, $5 later. Stuff for Max Stylist. That's funny, Todd. Max Stylist. That's going to be the name of my next comic. Batman Beyond Neo 3 Christian Ward covers, number 3 and 5. I'll get $5 on both of those. Put them up at $10 all day long. I'm going to put these down here since no one's claiming them. They are going to go online. I'm going to fill up the rest of the rack, and then, Jacob, I'll give you a deal you can't refuse. All right? And I'll give you good stuff here, too. I have Super Babes number 9 and number 10. That's going to go for $4 right now. Batman and Robin number 34. That's $2. Silk number 3 and number 5. That's going to go for $4. Now, here's something else I could list on eBay right now, but I'm going to throw it in there. Captain Marvel number 45. This is going to go for $2. It's a variant cover. Just says Aka on it. Marvel doesn't give the details of who did the variants on there. All right, Curtis calls Catwoman 50. So Curtis came in and did it. I'm going to honor that for him. Curtis, since you're getting Catwoman 50, could I convince you to throw on issue 45 for another $2? It'd be $4 for the pair. Let me know. It's good to see you, by the way. World's Finest number 9 and number 10. Dan Mora and Mark Wade. Some really solid artwork on both of these books. These covers are awesome. All right, cool. Get them both for $4 right now, the World's Finest. Wow, the other one's a variant too, and it's done by Jeff DeCal. Got Robin on it. Yeah, I hear you, man. It's been a busy month. It's been a very busy month. Okay, we got one more slot to fill, and I'm going to try and sell off this entire set here. I have Rogue number 2. That's going to go for $2. All right, now here's the deal. I really want to sell out of all of this stuff. I don't want to hold on to it anymore. I can't hold on to it anymore. This is stuff that I've been holding, that I've had now for the last couple weeks. So I haven't done a lot of restocking on new stuff. And if I have to take it out of here and bring it back to the warehouse, I'm going to be sitting on it for months. It's going to collect dust. It's not doing anyone any good because it's not up for sale. There's probably still some stuff I would mine for like throwing up on eBay. But I'm going to throw this deal out, Jacob, to you because I know you got to go soon. I will do both racks here for $30. That's $15 a rack. And you are getting a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 plus 5 is 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. 60 books on this rack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 5 is 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 38, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So you got 41 comics plus 60 comics. 101 comics for $30. Forget about it. You want to make money on this? All right, deal. The rack and the eBay stuff is $50. Done deal. And you got free shipping on your order. Thank you very much, Jacob. Need to clear through this stuff. Thank you very much. I count on guys like you to help me move through this stuff. If I can't move through this stuff, I can't go out and buy more. I'm crippled. You are giving me buying power. Tomorrow I'm going to do a restock in the morning from my warehouse. I'm going to pick up just a bunch of stuff and build out about a short box. We'll see how much more we get through tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow with more. And we're at the top of the hour now, which means it is FOMO time. Jacob, you got a killer deal today. $50? Absolutely, we got a deal. Thanks, brother. You are helping me out, my man. And you guys are all helping me out. I appreciate it. This has been a wonderful show, and I really needed this show too. I've been going through a lot of personal stuff, as you guys kind of know. It's been kind of like I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here when I keep telling you guys of all the personal stuff I've been going through, but more new stuff keeps coming up, and it makes things really tough for me. Sometimes I'm not even sure I have the energy to come on and do these shows, just because my job requires me to be happy and excited, and sometimes I'm just feeling like utter freaking crap. But I'm here because of you guys, and I'm not going. And I would. There's nowhere else in the world I'd rather be. There we go. I said it. All right, Jacob, you scored all of these comics at $50. That's like probably 110, 115 comics for $50. And just so you know, Jacob, I'm going to be coming out to Michigan in November twice. I'm going to be going to Grand Rapids and then to Detroit. So if you want to come to either show to grab your books, I'd be happy to, drive them up there with me if you want to build out a box. All right. We got this here. And I think it's FOMO time. This is what I like to see here is volume moving. It's always a sign of a good show. Is that the one in Cincinnati? No, I won't be there this year. I'm actually going to take an extended trip out to Los Angeles this year for LA Comic-Con. But I'm also going to meet with some people out there. I'm very interested in getting into the video game business now, and I want to make a Warline video game that's going to be like a side-scroller beat 'em up, but not like an 8-bit one, but more like kind of like how they did Streets of Rage 4. So I'm looking to partner up with a video game company and actually make something happen. And I'm also looking into some stuff for Yusum Shin. The one thing I kind of realized as a publisher is there's never going to come a point in my life when someone's going to knock on my door and be like, "Hi, I'm Kevin Feige, and I want to, adapt your stuff and make you millions of dollars." If you really want to make it happen, you got to go out there and you got to do the work. So, pre-COVID, I had planned to spend more time in California to get a Yusum Shin video game made. But I'm not really sure how that could have worked, or if video game companies would really be interested in doing something so full scale. The thing about Warline that makes more sense is a side-scroller beat 'em up really works for that book, and I don't believe it's expensive to make that kind of game. If you have the right partners, it might be something we might be able to kickstart, and the game will exist, and that'll be cool. And then I could, figure out a way to produce physical copies of it and sell those at conventions. So that would be really cool to not only have, the Warline comic, but to have a Warline video game to go along with it. So that's something I'm looking into doing right now. So if any of you guys know any people who work in the video game world, send them my way. I'm looking to make something happen. But yeah, I would love to. I really enjoyed the Columbus show in December. That's a fun one. So I'll be back out there. I might do that next year because I'll be honest with you, the Columbus show is probably more profitable for me in the long run anyway. LA is a cash suck, but it's one of those shows that I got to do. And it'll be interesting to bring Warline out there and see how the LA audience responds to that book. Okay, it's FOMO time. So what's FOMO? Well, watch this video and I'll explain it in 20 seconds.
It's FOMO time! What's that even mean anyway? Oh, is that what it means? I'm such a weirdo for missing out on these great tales!
All right, don't be a wiener and miss out on these books. I have Secret Wars #9, signed by Mike Zeck and Jim Shooter, the pair. This is going to go for $50 today. It is a big ask on this, but for me to get these signed and to get the copy of the book, that's a lot of work. We're going to do that at $50. The next book I have here is Marvel Team Up #100. This is the first Frank Miller illustration ever at Marvel, I believe. And Karma's first appearance is in this book too. This is going to go for $15 today. Keith claims Secret Wars. Thank you, Keith. Much obliged, sir. Keith, you got a nice little pile here, and you definitely qualify for free shipping now. Thank you, sir. I have the facsimile reprint of Vengeance of Bane. I got 2 copies of this. One, because I never read this before, and 2, it was a really awesome opportunity to own this book again and to get it at a cover price. I love what Marvel's doing with the facsimiles, and I think the facsimiles absolutely have a opportunity to gain some value. Are they going to be worth as much as the first printing? No, but even if you do own a first printing and it's really in great shape, why would you touch that? It's better to have the facsimile so you can appreciate it and read the book and not worry about it getting damaged. So really cool Glenn Fabry cover. This is the Origin of Bane. It's really great. I love this. Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan, some really good stuff here. This is going to go for $10 today from facsimile. I have Spider-Man Unlimited #1. This is the first appearance of Shriek. It's kind of a dinged up copy though. So this one I'm going to do for a very low price, $5. But it is a FOMO book because I think at that price it should move pretty quick. First appearance of Shriek. I guarantee you could flip that for at least 10 or $15. Next book we have here is Superman the Man of Steel #1. That's going to go for $5. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos #144. That's going to go for just $4. Evangeline #2 from Maximum Press is $4. And I have Marvel Comics Presents #154. That's going to go for $4 as well. So let's see. Can we work out a deal? If someone grabs the rest of the FOMO books right now, here's what I'd be willing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 25 plus 15 plus 10. $50 for all of these is the current value. But if you grab them all right now, I'll knock an extra 10 off. If you grab all the FOMO books, it's $40. $40 for all the FOMO books. Oh, Mike Zeck's no longer signing. Do you know why, Tori? Is he just done for the year, or is he just done going to cons? I don't blame him. I mean, he's done so many of these freaking shows. It's a lot of work. It's a tremendous amount of work. I was actually lamenting with Ted today about how much work it is. We're both like still recovering from New York Comic Con. We have so many more shows to do. All right, first book we have right now is Titans United #1. It's a variant cover. Pretty cool book here, going for $2. X Universe #1 is $2. Oh, he's in the Philippines. Did he move out there? I have Argus #1. That's going to go for $2. These books are from Dreamland Comics. Justice Society of America #2 by Len Straczewski. This is going to go for $2. I have Jessica Jones #3, #4, and #5. These are all David Mack covers. That's going to go for $6. Yes, he moved there. Yeah, he just went out there. Interesting to see if he moved out there. Man deserves it. Azrael #1. That's $2. Azrael #10 is $2. Get them both for $4. Both for $4. Fantastic Four #7, #8, and #9. Grab all of these books. It's $6 for these Fantastic Fours. Oh, wow, he moved there. I didn't know that. Domino #2, #3, #4, #5, #6 are all going to go for just $10. $10 for all of these dominoes. $10 for the dominoes. Iron Man #24 is $2. DC versus Vampires #8 is $2. #9 is $2. Grab them both. It's $4. Okay, so $40 for the ones not FOMO plus, okay. So you want $40 worth of books that aren't FOMO, and you want them to be a mystery. I'll put something together for you. Same amount of books. We'll do 7 books at $40. We can make something work. Give me just a second here. That. Give me just a second, Jacob. We'll make something work for you. 3. That is 30. Okay. Give me just 1 second here to make this work. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 second. Ooh, some good stuff here for you. This is fun, Jacob. You're creating some work for me here, but I'm having fun with it. 1, 2, 3. And that is 1, 2, 3, 20. Okay, here we go. 3 and 4. All right. I'm hooking you up with Green Arrow #1. Hawkeye #2. This is a variant Howard the Duck version. These are both These are all $5 books. Captain America #336. It's $5. Conan the Barbarian 165. That is $5. Beach Blanket Bad Guys #1. I was selling that for $5. Cable and X-Force #1. I was selling that for $5. And then I have a Lenticular America Chavez #8. Yep, going for $5. And Hellboy in Hell #10. So we got all these $5 books here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $40. That's your deal. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My man. Help me clear out some of the stuff. I would have had to keep shuffling this. So this is great. Thank you so much. That is such a great idea. What a bundle. Okay, cool. Keith, that goes to you. I appreciate you guys. You have made this a really solid show for me. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Okay, so what do we got left? We got 6 FOMO books left. Now that Keith picked up the Spider-Man Fantastic Four team up, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Got about $35 worth of books here. I'll do it all for $25 if you get the rest of the FOMO books. Make it nice and easy for you. All right. I have Star Trek: The Next Generation number 47, going for $2. Sword number 4 is $2. Silver Blade number 1 is $2. Tomb Raider number 8, number 17, and number 24 is $6. $6 on that run. Fantastic Four 363 is $2. Classics Illustrated Junior Pinocchio number 513, that's $2. Doctor Who 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, and 20. For all my Doctor Who fans out there, someone call this. This is all from the Marvel 25th. This is all published by Marvel. I don't know which Doctor this is because I'm not a big Doctor Who fan, but I just never got into it. It's not that I have anything against it, but if I do have a Doctor Who fan out there, this is the one you want. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books for $14. 7 books for $14. Doctor Who number 14 through 20. It is a hell of a run here. It is a hell of a run. And these books are in great shape too. You want to claim this rack at 25 or 30 and the FOMO books as well? Jacob, what would I do for you in this case? Because we got 30, I got 25 here, and those books up there. If you were to do all of this stuff, I would do that right now at say $40 if you're cool with that. Or just this first rack. Let me fill it up, and then I'll do a deal for you. Z Nation number 2, Z Nation number 3, and Z Nation number 5 and number 6. Missing a couple issues here, but I got some nice run filler here going for $8. Oh, it's the third Doctor. Thanks, Tori, for clarifying that. Appreciate it. Human Bomb number 1, that's $2. Dr. Aphra number 20 and number 21. That is going to go for $4. Savage Avengers number 5, number 6, and number 8. That is $6. Okay. You like to make it fun, Jacob. I love it. Pearl number 1, Pearl number 2. That's going to go for $4. Possessive, part 2 of 3 is $2. And I have Infinity Inc. number 46. Okay, so you want to do all of this plus that rack at 50. You got a deal if you want it, Jacob. That clears me off of everything, and then I can just work on $2 comics for the rest of the night. Let me know. $50 for the left rack plus all the FOMO books. The remaining FOMO books. Just let me know yes or no. And it's okay to say no. No is not consent. Sure is consent. All right, we got a deal. Thank you, sir. God, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I really needed this win today. Thank you. It's been a very long day of fulfillment, figuring out plans, stressing about things. I just got a $700 water bill. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I had a really high water bill in June because there was a problem with my toilet and I didn't get to it in time. So my toilet ended up running about 88,000, or sorry, probably about 100,000 gallons of water, according to what they're telling me over there, which is just ridiculous. And now I'm being charged for another 88,000 gallons of water. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm not 88,000 gallons of water. Something's not calculating. So either way, I appreciate it. It's helping me get to that point where I can pay that off and still have money to go out and buy more comics. So I need these shows. This helps alleviate things between here and the next convention. All right. Thank you, Jacob. I have the shade. Yeah, I know, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm so pissed off about it. $748. And they're like, and I called them up and they're like, we could give you a payment plan. And I'm like, I don't want a payment plan. Like, that's not solving my problem. I want to know why the hell my water bill is costing me like more than like an entire month's worth of like groceries, like tell me what the heck's going on here. Well, whatever the case is, it needs to get figured out. So they're sending someone out here to come and take a look at the meter. And we had someone look out here last time. I just don't know how the hell it got up. And they told me back in June when I fixed the toilet, they're like, oh, you should be fine now. And then I get another bill like this. It's ridiculous. And the thing is I can't know where this is coming from. There's no way I can possibly know until they decide to send me the invoice. So, I have to figure this out. It's very stressful. And that's just one of many things I'm dealing with right now. That's the smallest thing I'm dealing with right now. Yep. I got you, Jacob. I'll be on the hunt for all of those things. And what Jacob's doing there, guys, is really helpful. So when I go out shopping tomorrow, and I'm not going to one comic shop. I'm going to multiple comic shops. Like, this is my full-time job, is to go to different comic shops, buy stuff, and then come here and showcase it to you guys. So when you tell me what you're looking for, I can go out and I can find those things. In fact, I can even call up my retailers in advance and let me know. They always hook me up with good deals, especially if I'm buying in bulk, which I always am. So we can always work something out. Yeah, thanks, Keith. I appreciate that. I got the Shade number 1. That's going to go for $2. The Unknown Soldier number 231, 262, and 268. That's $6 on those. I have Orphan and the Five Beasts number 2 and number 3. That's going to go for $4. Wow. Interesting. I used to have some Archie Sonic stuff. I know the Archie Ninja Turtle stuff is going up in value right now. Like, that stuff's like really up there. Next book we got here is Star Trek number 48 and number 49. That's going to go for $4. I have Year of the Villain number 17, The Injustice League Dark, and The Legion of Doom. So these are both acetate covers, which are really cool. I like the acetate covers. These are going to go for $4 together, or $2 a piece. They're both Year of the Villain books, but they're 2 different series. And we have 2 issues of Star Trek, 48 and 49, going for $4. Oh no, I got you. I'm sure they're also going for that value too. Well, we'll see if I can find them. I got you though. Don't worry, I'll be on the hunt for it, and I will definitely leave meat on the bone for you, my man. You have taken very good care of me. Mercy Sparks. Who the f? It's gonna go for $2. Number 11 is gonna go for $2. I have Saga number 29, number 31, number 34, and number 35, and number 40. Nice run here of Saga books. That'll be all 5 for 10. I have Avengers 689 and number 690. That's going to go for $4. $4. I have Brave and the Bold number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, number 15, and number 16. So that is 6 comics for $12. 6 comics for $12. 5 Weapons, number 1 of 5. That's going to go for $2. Punisher 2099, number 7. That's $2. Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children, volume 4, and volume 5, and volume 7. It's going to go for $6. $6 on this. Superman 179 is $2. Faith number 1 is $2. Timberwolf number 2 is $2. Secrets of Haunted House number 41 is $2. The New Teen Titans number 6 is $2. Saga's off the key. Got it. I have the New Avengers number 10. That's $2. Marvel Holiday Special 1996 is $2. Second Coming number 3 is $2. The Black Coat, A Call to Arms number 1 of 4. That's $2. Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man number 76. That's $2. Number 115 is $2. It's going to go for $4 for the set. Captain Marvel number 100, this is Captain Marvel number 10. It's a tribute to the first Miss Marvel number 1, which is the first appearance of Carol Danvers, I think. This is going to go for $2. All right, cool. Let me know the manga you're looking for. All right, guys, we have moved through a short box of books. So far, we have an entire rack here. I'm willing to do that rack at $15 because it's just got to move. We have another short box of books to get through, and well, a little less than a full short box. I would say about a quarter of a short box, or half of three quarters of a short box. Sorry. I have the Outlander number 1. That's going to go for $2. If you want to claim this entire rack here, I'm willing to let all this go for just $15. $15, take it all home. So something for you guys to consider. You have the Hulk 414, that's $2. Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 1, that's $2. Superman for the Animals number 1, that's $2. Hoping to clear all of this stuff out so we can move on to new stuff. Batman Adventures number 1 from Halloween Comic Fest. That's going to go for $2. Incredible Hulk 97 annual. That's $2. DC Comics Presents Superman and the Metal Men, number 70, that's $2. I have Reborn, number 3, that's $2. Justice League, number 12. If nobody claims this, I'm taking it in with my collection. I think I'm going to try and put together an entire run of Jim Lee's Justice League. I have number 12 and number 5 here. Knock me off my high horse here and grab both those books at $4. I'm totally fine with that. I'll come across those books again. I'd rather get them out there. Captain America 4 going for $2. The Batman's Grave by Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch. That's going to go for $2. That's number 5. Dick Tracy Forever, number 1 is $2. And Dick Tracy number 4 is $2. Green Arrow 1 million is $2. Superman 1 million is $2. Nightwing number 1 million is $2. And Wonder Woman 1 million is $2. Get all these 1 mils, all of the 1 mils for $8. That's a hell of a deal. These 1 mils are really cool. And I think that's a Gary Frank cover here. No, that's Gene Hahn, the cover. Wow. What's up, Edward? How you doing? Original art came today. Yay! So we got all the Warline original art, and I have that page for you. So is it okay for me to invoice you for that now? $35 for the 2 racks. I will do that. Let me fill it up, and I'm going to fill this up no matter what, Jacob. Let me just give folks a chance to claim it. I'll let you call the rack at 35. We got a deal. I have Darkman number 3. That's $2. Stormwatch number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 for $10 for Stormwatch 1 through 5. Darkman, this is a series, or this is a 3-issue comic series, and I never had a chance to actually read it, so I might actually put this off to the side if no one wants it. The Girl Who Handcuffed Houdini, number 4, that's going to go for $2. All right, cool. All right, man. Yeah, Edward, I'll send it out to you this week. Superman 84 and 86. That'll be $4, and I'll include the C2E2 variant that you got too, that was signed by Chuck and myself. So I set one of those aside for you, and then I have the Warline foil, and then I have the original art, and I have some other stuff that you called. So just small stuff. It's not a big deal. Savage Dragon number 21, $2. Greatest Hits number 1 is $2. Extinction Agenda number 1. This is a variant that's going for $2. And I have Fury of Firestorm Annual number 2 going for $2. All right. Oh, one more spot on the rack needs to be filled. I have the Flash number 181 and 182. Really awesome Brian Bolland covers here. I love this. This is going to go for $4. No, that's fine. You know what? I'll send it out. Edward, you have till November. We're a week away, but I mean, if you need like a couple more days going into November, it's no big deal. We wait. I waited for a while. I'll just put together the invoice now, but I'll, even if you get emails from me like reminding you to pay the invoice, you can just ignore them. Nothing's going to happen to you. You can just reference that invoice. It's just sending a reminder that you owe this. It's not like someone knocking on your door and being like, "Hey, this is the OKRS, pay your bills, damn it." Oh yeah, that's another small thing that's been going on. Washington State. I would love to show them the tallest finger on my hand twice, because they came to me last week saying, "You owe us $100. I'm like, "Why?" "In taxes." "In taxes." You know what? I filed with them. And they're like, "We want to know why you're exempt from this." And I was like, "I don't know why I'm exempt. I was filing from 2021. We were talking like 2 years ago." And they're like, "Oh, well, it shows here that you owe us like $200. And I'm like, "I already paid you guys. I gave you all the money that I have to give. Leave me alone." Washington State, man, they will like lasso you up and hang you up to dry, man. They are terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Savage Dragon goes off to Keith. But again, small problem, not a big deal. $100, you gotta. If I owe it, I owe it. So it's better that than going over there and getting handcuffed by the Washington State Police. You're under arrest for not paying your taxes. You owe us $25. It's like and they harassed me too. They called me like 30 times over this. And I'm like, God, they probably spent more money and man hours hunting me down than they did it and paying the employee who actually had to hunt me down. Where does that money go, I wonder? Pride and Joy, number 2 of 4. That's going to go for $2. Yes, thank you very much, Jacob. Yes. No, Edward, I'm not thinking that way at all. I was really just venting. It's been a day. Everybody wants to stick their hand in my pockets, and not in a very comfortable way either. All right, so I'm going to do the double rack at 35, but before I close that off, I'm going to take a couple comics off. Jacob, I'm sorry, but I really want this Justice League New 52, number 5 and 12 by Jim Lee. I think he did the first 12 issues. I'd like to read those 12 issues. I'm into these books for nothing. I'm also going to take the Dark Man too, because I really like the movie Dark Man. So I'm going to take these books. These are going into the personal collection. And it's like, Onrie, why are you taking your own books and put them away? I bought these books. I didn't even have a chance to see what they are. Sometimes I just grab stuff and I'm just like, here's a big pile of books. Sometimes I'll just grab a big stack here. I won't know what's in it. If you guys don't want it, I'll keep it. It's cool. All right. No, I don't have any family in Israel, thank God. All my family's out, but I do have a lot of friends that are really severely impacted right now. Frank Guzan, who's an Israeli artist, he did one of the Warline covers for me. He's based in Israel, and he's coming out to LA Comic-Con. Once again, he is kicking my ass and trying to get me to do something, and I reluctantly agreed. So we're going to put out an ash can of Warline number 2, and he's going to do a special cover for it that's going to be based off of a really awesome, iconic cover. He's going to do a tribute to it. So he's working on it now, and we're going to do this to help him have an exclusive at the show. He's not making any money off of doing the art. He's making money off of the books that I print. And it's a really great deal. He's a really great guy. He's somebody that's worth doing that with. And that's a way that I can help out someone who's in Israel, then the hell with it. I'll do it. And you guys can help him too. I'll give you an opportunity to score those ash cans. We're going to have them available at LA Comic-Con in December, which means I have a lot of work to do right now. I have to script out. We're going to do the first 12 pages of Warline number 2. It's all going to be black and white because the book's not colored yet. It's only illustrated. So we're going to be working on coloring the book throughout the month of December, going into January and February. And hopefully we'll be able to get it done in like the next couple months. I'll really be focused on that. And then we're going to write out the script, and I'll get that done. So I'm really excited about getting Warline 2 out. And you guys will have a chance to preview it. And it is a very brutal book, but you guys are going to have a chance to own some black and white art from it. So it's like the first 12 pages, and we're going to probably do like a hollow. Who wants to do something crazy like a hollow foil variant for it? And once you guys see the cover, you'll see exactly why he wants to do that, and it makes perfect sense. It might be something we throw off the CGC. Warline 2 doesn't really have any main first appearances in it, but this is the meat of our story, and so a lot of things are going to be revealed in the second issue that are really going to define what I do with it going forward. And I promise you guys will not look at that book the same again after you read issue 2. It is a very intense read, very emotional read for me as well. And we're going to do some really fun stuff in that book. So I'm really looking forward to bringing it to you guys. Yes. Oh, yeah. I got a whole bunch of stuff, Edward, but I haven't had a chance to even read it. I just have it. It's just, I buy books from other creators all the time at conventions, and I got a whole ton of stuff. I got about a stack this high from New York Comic Con, and then I had a whole box from Cincinnati that I sold through. You know what I do have right now, if you're interested? I have one of these mystery boxes from Big Dog Inc. I'll throw this out to anybody who wants it. It's about 10 Big Dog Inc. books in here. Tom left these with me when he came out here for Wizard World Chicago. There's 10 comics in here. I'm going to do it for $50 if anybody wants this box here. And, you get some Big Dog Inc. books here. And those are it. He doesn't have any more of those. So that's pretty cool that he left the last 4 with me and said, here, you sell them. And, we worked something out. So I got The Outsiders, number 17, number 18, number 19, number 20, and number 21. I will do all 5 for 10. All 5 for 10. And I have Empress number 1. That's going to go for $2. All right. So this rack is claimed at 35. I'm going to give you guys one last chance here to see if there's anything you want on here. All of these books are $2. We have 14 minutes left on the show. These books are claimed, and I have room for one last rack. After that, I have to completely restock. So no one's claiming this. In 1 minute, I'm giving it all to Jacob at 35. All right. That is it. Jacob, thank you very much for your support today, sir. You are the man. This is wonderful. We are completely sold through almost an entire long box of books. Still got some stuff here to show you guys, and then we're going to end tonight's show. But do not worry, I will be back on tomorrow on CBSN with new books for you guys. You'll be able to grab 35. Thank you, Jacob. Oh man, we've sold many double racks here before, Keith. Well, we sell to resellers, we sell to everybody. So, at certain points when I go out and buy stuff, there might be one book that I need to sell that can pay off for all the other books that I buy. It's very much the same model as what most dealers do when they buy up collections, but because they have a storefront, they have people coming to them to buy their collections, and they need those collections in order to stay in business. I don't really deal in high dollar comics because I don't think a lot of the people that shop for comics, they're not really looking to buy high dollar comics. Well, I wouldn't say that. That's not true. We've sold a lot of high dollar comics on here. The problem is when here's my personal problem with high dollar comics. Unless you own it yourself for your own personal collection, owning a high dollar comic for the purposes of reselling is a really tricky game, and you got to know how to sell it and when to sell it. And a lot of the times you sit on that stuff for a while. If I had a storefront, that wouldn't be a big deal because I would always have those books on display and they could sell at any moment. They'd be up for sale. In my case, because I don't have a storefront, those books are not selling unless I list them on eBay. And if I list them on eBay, then I'm competing against all other eBay sellers, and I might have to list a little bit cheaper than what they are, because I always want to try and stay as competitive as I can with pricing. So it becomes kind of like a tricky thing there. But it's something that if I can cut a deal for another dealer so that they can get more comics out there, it keeps things circulating. And that's the thing about comics. Comics are meant to circulate and to end up in different places so that many people have a chance to read them. All right. This is all we have left for sale tonight. About, I want to say, 30% of a short box. Maybe even more, 40%. So yeah, 40%. Star brand number 1, number 2, and number 3. These are all pickups from North Shore Comics. Bagged, boarded, ready to go. $6. Highly recommend these. These are hot new books. 1602 Part 3. That's going to go for $2. Doom Patrol number 39 is $2. I picked up something really awesome from Pete, by the way. I got the last issue of the issue where Jean Grey dies. Uncanny X-Men 127 or 129. Forgot the cover. Transformers number 16, cover B, is $2. Wow. That's awesome. Jacob, I love it. All right, so today this morning I wrote the newsletter for the experience, which is one of my daily or weekly tasks. I'm always a big fan of what the experience is doing. If you guys had a chance to check out what they did on free comic book, or sorry, not free comic book day, Batman Day, they had they had a bunch of creators come on, and I had a chance to interview one of my mentors and really great creator, J.M. DeMattis. All right, Jacob, I'm hooking you up with this. Anyway, getting back to Justice League. This issue is written by him and the late, great Keith Giffen. When I wrote the mailer today, everyone at the experience has been really busy. We're planning a lot of fun stuff for the holidays, and everybody's just working their shows right now. Getting back from New York Comic Con, which apparently was a super spreader event, and fortunately I didn't get affected by it yet. We'll see what happens. My son did. He got strep throat, so he wasn't at New York Comic Con. Somehow he got sick. Everybody's getting sick right now except me. Maybe a good thing. But anyway, we have Justice League of America number 60 here, going for $2. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the passing of Keith Giffen. So it was kind of like a bittersweet thing, and I got to write a little tribute to him today. And one of the things I talked about was, how we'll always honor his memory by sharing his work with the world. So, and getting it out there. This is what keeps the memory of these creators alive, is by reading their work, and this is their imprint on the world. And man, did Keith leave an imprint on it. This is going to go for $2. He did a hell of a lot of work in the years that he was around, and he did die young. He was only 70 years old. To me, that is young. Ended up getting a lot of comics at Children's Word. That's amazing. Edward, that really means a lot to me. While I was going through my divorce and just in general, through the separation of my marriage, my ex was never really supportive of what I did in comics. And one of the things I always took pride in was knowing that you were giving books away to kids who had who were sick. So thank you for giving me meaning to see beyond the things that she was saying, because I was in a really dark place, and I didn't have a lot of faith in myself and what I was doing in comics. So, knowing that at least I was making someone happy through you was really important for me. So thank you so much, and I appreciate all of your support. You are absolutely fantastic, and the fact that you are doing this makes you a mensch. It's fantastic. If we don't cultivate the future generations of comic book readers, then our industry just can't survive anymore. So I make books for an adult audience. I'm the guy who, you want to read his comics, but you're too young to read his comics, and that gives you interest in wanting to grow up and read those comics. I don't really do kid stuff. Not because I don't like it. I just, haven't been hired to do anything, and not a particular area of interest for me as a creator. And I'm a very selective creator. So it's not how I make my living, it's how I do what I want. So it has turned into how I make my living, but when it comes to the projects that I do, I focus my energy into those areas. So it's not like I'm surviving off of freelance writing. That's what I meant to say. So I survive off of the sales of whatever I go out and push. So when I go to conventions, I'm pushing my stuff and I do the projects that I want to do. But I can't sell to kids, so that's the thing. Unless their parents are around, they say, "Hey, it's okay." And in which case, who am I to deny you money? But I always let parents know before they buy Eastern Shin or Warline that, hey, there's violence and nudity in here. You're awesome, dude. All right, I have the search for Swamp Thing number 1 of 3. That's going to go for $2. I have the Amazing Spider-Man number 4. Number 5, number 6, number 7. Now, this isn't the first, printings, guys. So just letting you know, this is a collectible series. These were available in newspapers, and some of them are re-rendered, I think. Especially the Spider-Man number 5. It says Ron Frenz and Al Milgram on the cover. Anyway, grab all these. It's $10. Deadpool 53 is $2. She number 9. That's also going to go for $2. For She 9. The long Eastern Shin pitch back in 2019. Was that a long pitch or a quick pitch? 307, Daredevil 307, 308, and 309. This is going to go for $6. Swamp Thing claim. Oh, you're giving me a hard time, are you? All right, 2 on that. Rivers of London, number 1, cover A, or cover B, and number 2, cover A, and number 3, cover A. That's going to go for $6. The Uncanny X-Men, number 319, 322, and 327. That is $6. X-Force number 3, number 6, number 7, and number 10. I will do all 4 for $8. All 4 for $8. Batman Gotham Knights number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. This could go for $8. Some kid who's like terminally ill comes across an issue of Gasolina and reads it and laughs, and the next day his sickness goes away and he gets to go home to his family. Gasolina's gonna cure you of everything, man. It's gonna take that cancer thing and just go, and then you get to go home and everything's all good. Yes, I saw your claim on Swamp Thing. I got you. Marvel Comics number 1. This is a reprint. This is gonna go for $2. Wouldn't that be nice if every kid got Gasolina, which is like a book with nudity and all kinds of crap in there? Hey, everybody's got to see a pair of them goodies. David Moore and I were on the phone a couple weeks ago, right before, on the eve of New York Comic Con. He's like, you know how you make all those bull jokes? Well, I found a good one for you. Emerson, as in Emerson Big Titties. Emerson Great Deals. Hold on. All right. No worries, Jacob. You're good. Batman 499 is going for $2. Wonder Woman The Witching Hour, number 1 is $2. X-Men 2099, number 2 is going to go for $2. Titties always works for me, man. I agree. XO Man of War number 3 and number 17. That's going to go for $4. Avengers Annual number 13, number 16, number 17, number 18, number 19, number 20, and number 23. That's 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 books for $14. 7 books for $14. And that's a hell of a stack there for those Avengers Annuals. $14 on all those. This is the Ducks. No, it's tic-tac-toe, bitch! No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what it is. XO Mana Wieners or Love, Peace, Man of Peace. Deadpool number 7. That's gonna go for $2. Still waiting on the night when I actually slip up and do something that gets me actually canceled. I didn't mean to say the P word. Miles Morales book at the bottom rack is going for $15, Captain Tuttle. 15 on that. Guardians of the Galaxy number 19, number 30, and number 40 are going to go for just $6. The rack on the bottom, Jacob, or the Rorschach. That's going to go for $5, sir. $5 on this. That's Rorschach number 5. That's a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Captain America number 382, 393, 401, 402, and 403. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 for 10. I have Zombies, The Curse, number 1. That's going to go for $2. Mask, number 8 is $2. Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man 117. Got Doctor Strange and Black Cat on the cover. That's $2. Okay, let me know. I got you. The Dark Tower, number 3 of 6. Treachery. That's going to go for $2. Human Torch, number 1 is $2. Got a couple books left. Looks like we're going to go a little over. We already are a little over. Half Past Danger, number 6 is $2. Nightwing 14 is $2. Hadrian's Wall, number 1 is $2. Mighty Thor 702 is $2. 709 is $2. Talon number 13 is $2. 14 is $2. That's $4 in that set. Cable number 1 by John Romita Jr. and number 2 is $4. I have Clive Barker's Next Testament number 2. That's $2. And the Batman Strikes 22 going for $2. So this is it. Jacob, I'm going to throw you a deal, and then we're going to call it a night here because I don't have any more books to sell. I'm going to have to completely restock tomorrow. Thanks to you, sir. You are the man. How about we do 5, 15, 20. I'll do $25 for all these books plus the Rorschach. 25 on that. Let me know if you want to do it. Okay, the Dark Tower of the Flame gets claimed. I'm going to hook that up for Keith and the Human Torch, he said. Oh, bottom right of first rack. Yeah, it's the Human Torch. I got you. Okay. Put that here. All All right, Jacob. Yeah, 25. You're getting all these Avengers annuals here too. Like, these are some really good books here. You could sell these at $3 all day. So 25 for all those books, and the Rorschach. Let me know if you want to do it. If not, we're just going to close the show out. Or if anybody else wants to call that, that's fine. But that's the remaining comics I have for sale. If not, I might recycle these tomorrow if they don't get claimed right now. Yes, you get a spin. I actually owe you 2 spins. I'm going to hook you up with a spin here. We got you. You have free swag. Free swag can I hook you up with? I'm going to hook you up with a cool collectible trading card here from S3CCG. I don't know what the heck this is. It's yours. And the next thing, I'm going to give you an extra spin, because you're you. Spent a lot of money with me tonight. You get a free Marvel comic, and I'm going to hook you up with this Moon Knight Marvel previews thing here. So you got that. We got the Rorschach, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. We had an incredible show tonight. You guys are the best. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. Okay, yeah, Keith, if you want to grab this, it's 15. This is another Silvestri variant. Let me know if you want to do that. I'm going to take down this rack. I'll give you a minute to think on that. Jacob, thank you again. I really needed to clear out of this stuff. Now I can go out and buy more. I appreciate it very much. We're going to come back tomorrow with all new stuff on CPSN. I will be on the air at 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 12 p.m. Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a 2-hour show on the Comic Book Shopping Network. Many of you guys know that channel. If not, you can join the group, and you can shop with me and a bunch of other really great dealers. I've been working on CPSN now since 2020, since the end of 2020. Long time. And I'm really enjoying working in the third market. It's given me a lot of great contacts and great experience. I absolutely love it. So I'm so glad I get to be a part of that. Jacob has purchased another long box of books from us. This is so great. Thank you so much, Jacob. You are fantastic. All these books are yours, brother. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right, put the card here. All right, cool. Black Cat. Are you looking for more Black Cat? Catwoman for $5? Which Catwoman are we talking about? Or Black Cat? I don't remember having any Black Cat. All right. Well, anyway, you guys message me if there's anything. I'm going to end this broadcast now. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Thank you for shopping with me.